Good evening and welcome once again to the Whiskey Cowboy Live. Tonight's date is September 22nd, 2024. It is a Sunday. We'll see when folks join the show. Going to be an interesting one. Hey, Laurel says, good evening, looks good and sounds good. Looks and sounds good. Fantastic. I'm getting the same error message on my live streaming that I can't see anything, but it says excellent connection, and I'm trusting that it's going to... I checked to see on YouTube, and YouTube seems to be streaming, so I'm not going to bother paying attention to that little that other one supposedly allows me to monitor in real time. So, again, if the show gets messed up and it's, falls wanky and you get laggy or you lose it, let me know. Gus says it's always a Saturday. Did I say Saturday? Did I say Saturday? It's Sunday. Did I say Saturday? Laurel, did I say Saturday? Thought I said Sunday. It's going to be a long show. I am dead tired. Gus said no. Okay, good. Good. I didn't know if I messed up. Tonight's coffee, butter pecan. Butter pecan from New England brand. Wasn't expecting you on the show tonight. Well, no, I should anyways, because you said you were coming back Saturday or Sunday, so. I don't know. Laurel says, no, Gus is retired too. It's always Saturday for us. Yeah. No, I get it now. Where is everybody? Gus has already heard my lead in. He knows. Nobody knows. No, Gus knows. Gus knows. I gave him a call on Friday and updated him on things. I needed to say some expletives. But where is everybody? It's been a week. It has been a horrible week. Gus says I can keep a secret. No, I'm sure. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. Not really a secret. I'm going to tell everybody. Let everybody know the saga. How's the saga going? Here's an insult you can tell people if they're, we'll kill some time here. If somebody is, hey, Judy, welcome to the show. If somebody is just spouting a bunch of nonsense and making a bunch of gibberish and they don't mean anything, and, you can call them a guggle jug. A guggle jug. Now, y'all know what a guggle jug is? They got two names for it. But guggle jug is one of them. We talked about this with the kids on Saturday dinner time. You're talking about things. A guggle jug. Let's see here. What's the other name for a guggle jug? Well, that ain't it. They're called guggle jugs, gurgle jugs, a fish jug, gurgle jug, gurgle fish jug, but there was another one. I forget which was. It's not coming up. I'll show you what it is. These right here is a gurgle jugs, a guggle jug. They look like fish. They look like, that's why they're called cods. It looks like a fish. You ever seen those things? People collect them. And what they are is they're a jug. It's crazy. They originated in the 1870s. And they're called Gluck jugs as well. Says, I didn't know they had a name. Yeah, they had a name. And what they are is they're relatively small. But you put your water in them, and whenever you pour them, they're designed in such a way it goes glug, 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 glug. And those are guggle jugs. And people collect them damn things. So, yeah. So if somebody is just yapping away and prattling away, I say go ahead and start using that. They're just a guggle jug. Guggle jug. Yes, sir. You are a guggle jug. Now, I'd seen them before. I've never seen them in use, but I'd seen them. But that's what they're for. They go glug, 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 glug. Words do matter. Words matter. So, okay, we got a few people in the show now. We'll go ahead and we'll start out. The house. Thursday, I said, hey, how'd the septic inspection go? Because that was Tuesday. And then Thursday was supposed to be, Laurel says, I've seen them in antique shops. Well, now you know what they are. Now you know what they are. So I'd sent off to my realtor. I said, hey, how'd the septic inspection go? No response. It's like, crap. Well, they were supposed to have the appraiser come Thursday. Nothing, no news. I'm like, well, I'm praying. No news is good news. Well, Friday morning, my realtor called. I said, hey, they pulled out of the deal. I'm like, okay. Something wrong with the inspections? No. No, they dug up the septic. It's a 6-foot round steel, old school septic. It's probably not what you'd put in now, but when it was put in, it was code, and it's grandfathered and it's fine, and it works. So then they filled it back in and made it all nice and pretty, is what she said. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I'll find out here in the next week or so. So I said, well, what's up? She goes, well, I'd called to verify with the home and the appraiser. Hey, you know this, and they're like, no, they canceled the appointment. So they canceled the appraisal? Well, that's kind of odd. Well, shortly thereafter, she gets notification from the other realtor. They're pulling out of the deal. And she talked to the realtor and stuff like that. And this is what it is. Now, the feller was like 30. And his father was co-signing the mortgage. He's co-signing the note. And the mother, who has been a thorn in the side of the process from get-go, was the reason that they pulled out. You see, she went through in her estimations, and she calculated up all the stuff that should be replaced and fixed. And it just wasn't worth it. That wasn't worth it my ass. Okay, small house. Even if all the electric is going in, costs a certain amount. Furnace works. It works. It's been serviced. It hasn't been serviced in 2 years because ain't nobody lived there. Well, for one winter. Yeah, it's a freaking rehab. Right. The furnace works. The hot water heater works. It's just not hooked up because it's natural gas. He needs to put a propane tank in. Stove upstairs the same way. It's got a stove. It works. Just got no propane. The refrigerator works. The water flows to the house. I paid good money repairing a good chunk of the the pipes and yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Those things, switches, valves. Tell you, I'm dog tired. And I made sure that the water flows. I figured out what the problem was and I fixed it. And the water flows. So everything's set. Within between 2 weeks and a month, you could live in that house. Then over the next year, pick something you want to do. It's got cable to it. High-speed internet run into the house. Got phone lines still run into the house, but the property gets excellent cell phone signal, so that's not even needed. You know, there's little things. Yeah, you can, all you need to do is remud, or retape and remud most of the joints, paint the damn thing, and then put some furniture in it and start living. And then each year, he can replace something that he needs to replace. Laurel says, sounds like Mama wants Sonny boy to stay. Yeah. I told the realtor that boy better leave his family's house. He's 30 years old, still living at home, and his mother torpedoed. He can't, there is no way. If you went in and replaced everything and brought it up to where she thought that it was okay, again, it's a freaking rehab. You can't buy a house for that price. Even if you put good shit in, you can't buy a house with that much acreage. No direct neighbors. Direct access to the mountain. You can't buy a house for what it would cost plus what they had offered for the place that I accepted, which was under asking price. You ain't going to find it. You're not going to get it. What's even worse, remember I said that they wanted the invoice for the plumbing? I said, what is it going to... It's not going to tell them anything, and plus I paid for it. Doesn't matter what was done, just as long as what was done works. I told you how the home inspection went. It went well. There was no new problems. We already knew what needed to be done. And that's basically cosmetic stuff. He'll probably want to change out a couple windows eventually. There's things that he wants to do. Yeah, roof was good. Everything was good. Just needed some tape and mud and paint on the inside, and then he can start living there. But whatever. Whatever. Where was I going with this? Yeah, so I spent my money replacing everything. Oh, what does it matter? But I said when they had asked, I didn't even have the invoice. Well, I got the invoice in, and I paid it. And I sent a copy of the invoice to the realtor, and she passed it on to the prospective buyer. Now, I'm going to use some colorful language here. That bitch called up the plumber. Yeah, that's right. She called the plumber. Because I told you what the invoice said. It just said regular hours, hours past 1, the apprentice hours, and the cost of supplies. That's all the invoice had. She calls the plumber, and she wants the plumber to tell her what he did. Really? And he said the same thing I said. Look at the pipes. Look at whatever's brand new. It's not a new house. If it's shiny, if it's a new valve and it's shiny metal, it was not done by this plumber. It wasn't him, but one in his company. It's like, yeah, you can see what it is. Look at it. And he said, besides that, he doesn't have the time for this foolishness, and they weren't the client. Right, it's none of her business, says Laurel. Right, none of her freaking business. I was mad. The realtor was mad. The plumber's mad. It's none of their business. That's nitpicking, micromanagement, got to be on top of everything. The edifice mother complex. She is ruining her son. And he would do well to leave the freaking house. He's 30 years old. Get a place on your own. I don't care if you have to shack up with a buddy. Get out of that house. Get out of that house. Called the plumber. Must be a Democrat. Well, they're in Vermont. They're in Vermont. Laurel says, oh, she's already ruined him. Yeah. It's like, I was mad. The realtor was mad. So the listing has been changed. Hey, hunter's paradise. Hunters take note. Yeah, if you like to hunt, if you like to fish, if you like to, you're not on the water, but you're close. So you can boat, fish. You're close to the water. There's a nice boat launch, but a mile away. It's close. But if you like to hunt, if you like to walk in the woods, if you like to climb the mountain, if you like to go ATVing, you can do that right out your back door. Get away from people. Yeah, it is, but it isn't. It's a good commute location. You don't have neighbors up your ass. Gus has been there. It's a nice location. It's quiet. But yeah. So the listing's been updated, and we'll see. And it's like yeah, that was my tax money. That was my tax money I put into getting stuff ready that you needed. And then you're going to pull out of the deal. So I'm not happy. Was not a good week last night. Had to deal with a bunch of jackwagons. Boy, the amount of crying babies that wanted to bitch, piss, and moan. Well, there was only a handful, but still, it just irked the shit out of me. The Hezbollah post that I made about them, rumors has it now that they're going to be operating using smoke signals and drums. That was funny. The people that get their panties in a bunch over that. Yeah, I understand that a 9-year-old girl was killed. But there was over 2,000 strikes with that stuff. That's pretty good odds. Pretty good odds. That operation was that took some balls. There you go. But yeah, the people that get their panties in a wad over that. So I lost a few followers on that, and I kicked a few people off. See you later. I had one guy just wouldn't shut the fuck up. Over 3 hours we went back and forth, and I kept saying, no, done. It's done. No, I understand. He seems to think that my views on Israel in that situation I just don't know. I don't understand. He's got some inside track and some historical context that basically makes Israel the bad guy. And it's like, I'm not having this. Look, this is a joke. This is a little joke thing. I'm not going to litigate the Israel matter on my page. Not doing it. We clearly see things differently, and it's not because I'm ignorant. I've said this time and time again. Two people of equal intellect, equal amount of knowledge and background can come to different conclusions, and that's just the way it is. Laurel says how many Israelis were children that were killed. Yeah, it's and now they've launched hundreds of rockets indiscriminately into wider areas of Israel. Okay, but people are bitching about pagers that were specifically targeted to the terrorists. Granted, they weren't Hamas, they were Hezbollah, but Hezbollah are the ones that are one of the major factions that's supporting Hamas. No, it was brilliant. Took years to plan and get done. They did the same damn thing with Motorola phones. Motorola radios. 2 days later, something like that. Brilliant. Brilliant. Right, and it was a joke. Right. Gus says it doesn't matter. It was a joke. And he just wouldn't shut up. And I sent him a link to the post that I made, and it's a sticky. It's about the rules on how I run my page. And then after he read it, he's like, "Oh, I didn't realize that you didn't allow opposing views. If I had realized that, I meant no disrespect and no harm. If I had realized that, I wouldn't have posted anything contradictory to what you..." And it's like, motherfucker, you just read what I told you, and it clearly states in one of the sections, by all means disagree and post about it. I don't care. But these are the criteria. Got to be non-personal. It's got to be factual. Got to be on point. And I'm not going to debate it. And it usually only goes 2 or 3 rounds if we go back and forth. That's it. I spent over 3 hours with this guy. And then he tried and this made me laugh. It'll make you laugh too. Well, I come from a generation that blah, 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 blah. You know, it's like, okay. And later he says, he's 68. You think you're that dissimilar from me? You ain't old enough to be my father. You could be my brother. Comes from a different generation. Shut up. Stop it. This is about manners. You just didn't know when to shut the fuck up. You've been told time and time again politely, and I was nice. I should have shut him down from the beginning, but I'm like, he seems like a nice enough feller. Maybe we'll use this as a teaching moment for everybody else. That's why I leave some stuff up there, so other people can see it. And he just wouldn't. He just kept yapping and yapping and yapping and yapping and wouldn't shut up. It's about time and place. And when you've been asked to stop, stop. It's that simple. Just stop. I gave him a way out too. I didn't even say he was wrong. It's like, we're just not going to agree. We're looking at this from different directions. But, it's done. And he wouldn't stop. It's not a different generation thing. He's just used to just getting his way wherever the fuck he is. And I wasn't having it. And now keep in mind, this is during a really shitty week for me. Oh my goodness. It was not a good day. The week just got worse and worse. And then Friday it rained too. So I get a call. I got a headache because it's raining. And I get a call. It's like, oh, what the hell? What the hell? I still have time. It generally takes about 2 months on a fast closure on a house. We got enough time to get it sold before winter. I do not want to have to drain the lines and get the house ready for winter because I ain't keeping it open all winter. I'm not clearing the driveway. It's a long ass driveway. Uphill. When the snow falls, the snow falls. That's it. That's it. I'll get the place buttoned up before the snow falls, and then periodically throughout the winter, I'll keep track of the property like I did last year. But Lord Almighty. Judy says, I'm sorry you've been through it. And we're sure hoping it. Yeah. No. Us too. So again, we're jockeying. We got to jockey finances again. Figure out what the hell's going on. We'll make it. It'll be fine. It won't be fine. It'll be tight. We'll get through. It's fine. The missus says, because I said, yeah, what about the dulcimer? She says, don't worry. We'll get the dulcimer. We'll get the dulcimer. People. I swear to God. Yeah, there was another mass shooting. Wayne says Stubble said better. You're not that bad. You're not even half hour late. Judy's usually later than this. So you're fine. You're supposed to be 15 minutes early there, Wayne, but I'll cut you some slack. There was another mass shooting in Birmingham, Alabama area. Yeah, guess where it was? In the club district. It was a gang shooting. They didn't know if it was one or multiple people. Yeah, they're looking for multiple people now. Oh, they didn't know whether it was a walking or a drive-by. It was a drive-by. John the punching bag last week. It was a rough week, Gus. It was a rough week. I'm a big guy. I can take it, but I can't sleep. I haven't been sleeping. Been a shitty summer. Been a shitty fall. Just we need a break. We need a break. Go back to Birmingham. Mass shooting, 4 dead and 21 injured at least. They don't know who it is. Well, let me guess. I can give you a description of the suspects, and I didn't even see them. Yes, it's the usual suspects in the usual areas. Mass shooting. Yeah. See, now this is what most mass shootings are. It's gang violence. It's not what people think of when they hear mass shootings. They think, oh, they went in and shot up a school or a theater or something like that. And it's like, no. No. Yeah. Crazy. Crazy for feeling so lonely. Okay, so there was that, the mass shooting. We'll see that to see what the Democrats make of this. It's the usually, hey, you know what? Instead of every time this thing happens, instead of going after law-abiding citizens and trying to disarm them, why don't you follow through with stopping and prosecuting actual criminals? How's about that? And doing it in a meaningful way. Every single one of these both assassination attempts and all the school shootings were known to law enforcement all the way up to the FBI. Every single one of them. Ain't nothing happened. But they're worried about John Q. Public out there with his AR-15 and that has never so much as even gotten a traffic ticket. They're worried about him. Or some gal in the same situation. They're worried about them. They're worried about law-abiding citizens. Gus says, do your freaking job. Yeah. Coming after law-abiding citizens and trying to further infringe upon our rights makes you a criminal as much as the criminals that misuse firearms. Just as much. I would argue more because the victim count is a hell of a lot higher. Stop it. Do your job. Yeah. I'll get to the propaganda machine. The mainstream media, the lamestream media, legacy media. On Friday, Kamala Harris's folks released her plans, and she had said before, about the child tax credit. And they're touting how great it is. It's great for the working people of this country. Oh, it's fantastic. They're falling over themselves. This $6,000 child tax credit. Yeah. Well, last month when J.D. Vance mentioned that, they'd like to get a $5,000 child tax credit implemented. The same media ripped it up and down, saying how a disaster that would be. That's an insult to people who don't have children, and that it would remove money that's needed in the budget, and it would hurt the nation. Okay, and that was just last month. Kamala Harris, just $1,000 more, per child, and they're falling all over themselves, saying what a fantastic thing it is. That's the same shit. Democrats, tough on the border, and tough on illegal immigration. That's patriotic and damn right because our country needs it. Republicans do the same damn thing. Oh, that's freaking xenophobic, racist. It's the same damn thing. I swear to God that the mainstream media, if a Republican said white, they'd claim that is scalding hotter than the sun and the worst thing in the world. And if a Democrat says white, they'll say that it's a glorious sign from heaven and it's wonderful. that if a Republican said black, the lamestream media would shout that is horrible, racist, evil, nasty, unacceptable, just horrible. And if a Democrat said black, they'd go, it's soothing and it's calming. It's the most wonderful, peaceful thing that you could ever come across. That's exactly what the propaganda machine is doing. It doesn't matter what it is; it matters who does it. And then they flip the narrative. Like I posted, people. What I do is I read the lamestream media. I follow them. I get my news because you got to glean whatever information you can. And I leave all of their editorializing out of it. And they can't do that. They just can't write a fucking article and put out information. I get it. If you're an op-ed. Do it. Do your thing. But if you're just the news, list who, what, where, when, and why. Or why if you know, but who, what, when, and where. Just there's the facts. Have at it. You don't need to tell me about it. You don't need to try to gloss it over. You don't need to try to paint a picture. Just tell me the facts, and I'll make up my own damn mind. But they don't do that. They lead in with a misleading headline. First paragraph to 2 paragraphs are outright lies or totally misleading. And then you get the facts deep into the article someplace, and then they finish with more lies. It's like, no, they need to be held accountable. Propaganda machines. If you're not a commentator, don't commentate. Just, I don't want to know your opinion. I want to know what happened. That's it. That's it. If I want to know somebody's opinion, I'll go to somebody that gives their opinions. Judy says that's very true, and they have my anxiety up to miserable levels. Yeah, because it's all lies. It's like, and again, but a month's difference between the two statements, and how they treated it was completely different. And you see that time and time and time and time again. So the people out there that are getting the media, they're not just getting facts, and half the time the facts are, like I told you, if anything happens, that's why I don't. Okay, the shooting happened. Well, John just made a brief statement on it and left it alone. Why? Because everybody else is just going to spend their time getting 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 cycles in with wrong information because they think they just got to tell somebody something. If you don't know, shut the fuck up. Don't say it. Just shut up. Don't say it. I don't know. That's all we know. And done. And get on to shit that you know. There's plenty of stuff happening out there. Just give some facts on some shit that you know. If you don't know, stop wasting everybody's time. Oh, jump on it. Jump on it. Assassination attempt. Da 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 da. I can't tell you for 3 days the amount of misinformation. It's like, yeah, I know this is wrong. I know this is why. Because I saw I saw photographs. No, you're wrong. Stop it. Gotta put something out. No, I'm not doing that. I'll wait. I'd rather be late and right than jump in there and be as wrong as everybody else. But they're chatter. They're getting the outrage and the interaction, and they're selling the papers. They're selling the papers. I don't sell papers. I don't sell papers. I sell my opinions. Look, and if people want them, they're there. If they don't follow my content. I don't care. Don't follow it. You'd be wise to, but if you don't, hey, that's fine. That's fine. Just like there's like a feller jump in there. He follows my content. Ain't gonna shit on my posts. Say that I'm not intelligent and I'm part of the cult and I'm swallowing. It's like, if you think that, you have not followed my content for very long. Like if people call me a bootlicker. If you think John's a bootlicker, well, you need to stick around a little bit longer. You don't know anything about me. You don't know anything about me. That's why I reposted up again about who this Whiskey Cowboy feller is. There's a lot of new folks that they just don't know because people don't go to my page and read the sticky. So there you go. There you go. So, oh, shit, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. But people come in just out of the blue. But yeah, he follows my content, shits on me, and then he goes, "Oh, but you go ahead. You're probably gonna block me, but I've been blocked by better entities." He said, "Better entities." Boy, you not only pissed off your fellow man, you're pissing off entities. Better entities have blocked him. He's been blocked by better entities. Like, wow. Yeah, I'm not even going to block. He's going to think that he won. It's like, yeah, that's like the drunk proclaiming victory as you're throwing him out of the bar. Yeah, I showed you. You didn't show shit. What, that you could get yourself thrown out of a bar? Congratulations. That's not an accomplishment. Somebody had posted up a picture of those Korean dudes. I think in North Korean. They're the generals, they're all there, and they got 50 billion medals all over their uniforms. It's like, yeah, it's like, people, look at all the places I got banned from. Dude, being banned from places in itself is not a badge of honor. It's not. Anybody can get banned. Who is banning you and why? Was it righteous? If it's not righteous, if you're banned because you're an asshole, it's not an accomplishment to get bans right and left. Stop it. These people, I swear to God, and again, right in a bad week. Horrible week. Horrible week. Goodness gracious. Stop. Oh, people. And most of this stuff, people don't see this. I take care of things fairly quickly. So I tell people, you like my page clean, please don't make me rely on Facebook. Go ahead and I've got the links on Facebook. There's a links underneath the show as well. Just give a direct donation or set up a monthly donation. And that way I don't have to worry about Facebook. I don't have to worry about what it takes to earn money there. I can shut things down. I'm not going to shut Facebook down. I can shut down asshats. The guggle jugs. Oh, man. Takes a lot to make a buck on Facebook. Somebody asked me, how do they pay you? And I wrote a whole thing, not just how he will just, do they cut you a check? Or it's, I think they can. I'd have to go back in, but I got it set up. They pay PayPal. PayPal acts as a buffer. So Facebook Meta doesn't have access to my actual bank account or that information. They send it to PayPal, and PayPal acts as a buffer. And then I draw from there. But, yeah. And according to the IRS, it's income just like everything else. But, yeah, how you make it and who can make it. Not everybody's like, oh, I didn't know you could. Well, most people can't. Only certain types of pages can be monetized on Facebook. And then you've got to fit certain criteria. And you've got to have no violations. So you can be monetized and have a violation and boom, you're cut off from your funds. They don't instantly stop your mind. I've been monetized for a couple years now. So, I've been working again, but you have to have a certain criteria, certain number of followers, certain amount of reach, certain amount of views on your videos. There's all sorts of criteria. And then you get paid by comment, shares, reach, emojis. Everything adds up. It's kind of a weird algorithm thing. So that's why I say, yeah, it's important. Share, comment, like, emoji. That helps me make money. And it's slow going. It is slow going. I got in last month's figures. You wouldn't want to work a week for last month's figures. No. But I do. I do. Work a lot. But, yeah. So I wrote it all out. And the feller, as soon as I got it, he's like, hey, thanks. I was just curious about that. It's like, oh, I got an email and notification. Oh, you just got a payment in. It's like, oh, well, thank you. That was mighty gracious. Feller did good. He did good. I thanked him. Shot him off an email, thanks, and I posted up on Facebook. Because I do. I appreciate everything. I do. But yeah. Gus says, and you get those huge checks for 108. You won the lottery. Yeah, 108. No, like I told you, they won't pay you under $25 a month. If you don't earn at least 25, I think that's about what it is. I think it's like $25. If you don't, they won't even send you anything. So I had months and months and months, and if in a 3-month period you don't earn that, it's gone. They don't keep the amount there. It's gone. You just don't get it. So I guess, if it's stars and stuff, I guess Facebook keeps that money because the end guy doesn't get it. But yeah. So that's why I also say, if you donate directly, I get minus what PayPal takes off the top. It's not much, but it is some. I get that. I don't have to wait. And people somebody asked me, "Oh, you still got your store up?" It's like, no, I closed that down years ago. I closed that down when the All Lives Matter thing. So what was that? 6 years ago? Was that right? About 6 years ago, right? All Lives Matter. It's about 6 years. That was right before COVID hit. I had my store up. Yeah, I put up merch. I put up merch and nobody bought a damn thing. Didn't buy a coffee mug. Didn't buy a shirt. Didn't buy a sweatshirt. And I kept them as low as possible. I try to tell people, yeah, if I sell a T-shirt for $35 on a Teespring store, you know how much I make? Zero. Zero. You paid $35 for a shirt and I get zero. For me to make any money, it's got to be more expensive than the shirt's damn worth. So I tell you want to support me directly. If you sent me a $10 donation, I get damn near $10. You buy a $15 coffee mug, I get zero. But you get a coffee mug, sure. Well, again, it just depends upon if you want the merch. Look, if folks want the merch, I'll work on merch and I'll get merch up there. But no, it's because you want it. I'm not getting anything for it. So if you want something to help support because you like my stuff and you're going to show people and whatever, that's fine. But know that I'm not making anything. Because for me to make anything, the prices would be too high. Don't believe me, go Google it. go any Teespring or any of the third parties that all these people use, because you can't manufacture it yourself. You can't do it. It's too expensive. And look at their pay schedule. It's like, shit, these people don't make anything. No, you only make anything by volume of sales. You got bumper stickers and T-shirts. And look, if you set it up so you're only getting $1 over the price, for you to make any money, you need sales. So you stop and think, if it's a $10 item, and you're making $1 off, it's $11 item. You're making $1, and 10 of them are sold. You made $10, and Teespring made $100, and you made 10. No, 10 times 10. Yeah, it's $100. Yeah, it's late. It's late. Yeah. So. No, win the lottery. Winning the lottery is leaving the store not paying, much over $100. Shit, if you're under $100, you're like, man, this is great. This is great. Went shopping the other day, paid $135, and it's like, holy cow. I feel like I thought it's like, this is going to be about $200. It's like, no, it wasn't. It's like, oh. Gas prices are coming down. Imagine that right before an election. Interest rates dropping. It's going to be seller's market. All those prices of houses are going to go up. Why? Because the interest rates are down. People can afford the interest rates, so they're going to buy houses. There's only going to be a limited amount of houses out there. This is another reason both me and the realtor shaking our heads like, man, they could get in. They got in. By the time the loan's actually approved, the interest rate is already dropped. But they got in. You know, it's like crazy. Crazy, and they just passed it on by. Craziness. Leaves are falling. They've been falling here for a week. I just took a picture yesterday, I think. Yeah, yesterday. And posted it up. Yeah. They're falling. I like the weather, except for the rain and stuff. Migraines kick in again. I like the temperatures. I wore my vest again. You know, I wear my vests. I wore my vest again the other day. Felt good. It's like, oh. You don't need to wear all sorts of jackets and all sorts of stuff if you got a vest over it, because if you keep your core warm, everything else stays warm. So, Laurel says, ours are falling too, but it's because of the drought. Yeah, ours is, it's fall. Gus says they've said it's going to drop another 0.5% by November. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they dropped it more than that. Just before. It's, you know what? This all reminds me. It reminds me of abused people in relationships. And it's guys and girls. So how it works with a girl is she's abused Monday through Thursday. Come Friday, he brings home flowers from work and takes her out to McDonald's and says how pretty she is, and she forgets all about it, and he's such a great guy. If it's a guy, she's henpecked and abused Monday through Thursday. Come Friday evening, he gets him nookie and he forgets all about it. It's like, people are stupid. The American people are stupid. That's people in general are stupid. It's like, you're going to forget what's happened for 4 years. Because the month before you have to vote, your grocery bill dropped and your gas prices dropped and and the interest rates dropped. You're going to forget it and you're going, oh, look at how great things are. That's how stupid people are. And that's why this happens time and time again. Abuse people not knowing enough to get out of the abusive relationship. Stop it. My goodness. Oh, we're going to get some nookie all right. Come November, if people do not vote correctly, which is not voting for Kamala Harris, P. Diddy doesn't have enough lube to help us. We're fucked and raw. P. Diddy. It just gets me. Oh, sex trafficking and all this. People have known this shit for decades. It's just like the Epstein thing. Everybody's knee deep in it, and everybody kept their mouth shut, and they kept going. How many of his freaking parties do you have to go to figure out what they are? How many times do you have to see him chasing down people, beating them up, bringing them back in to have them raped again? How many times do you have to do this stuff? It's like, Jesus. Everybody knew. Everybody knew. And for what? Because he's using it for blackmail against people. How about this? You go to a party where shit's going south or sideways, get the fuck out. Guess what? They can't. You got no blackmail material. They all knew what the hell was going on. Every last one of them. You wait. And this has got videos. They ain't got no videos of the Epstein stuff. There's plenty of fucking videos for the P. Diddy parties. Ellen DeGeneres trying to say, oh, he tricked me and then he forced me. He didn't force anything. Ellen, she is one of Hollywood's. She is a female P. Diddy. Everybody knew that. Treats her staff like shit. Treats her partner like shit. Treats everybody like shit, domineering, demeaning. He tricked me and then forced me, my ass. Or more likely, his ass. Better stockpile the KY. Wayne says Ellen degenerate. Yeah. Everybody's knew about her. Give you a little inside scoop on the Ellen. I used to be a fan of Ellen's. You know when Ellen first started out? And it was like, she was just the cute tomboy. She was just a cute tomboy. She was funny. And then you kind of gets like, yeah, I'll bet you she's gay. Nobody cared. I'll bet you see. But then she made that the center of her show. And then that was it. That's when I stopped. Ellen, no. And then shit kept going further south. Nobody cared until it became a problem or an issue. Laurel says, how many are now trying to delete everything on the... Yeah. Yeah. Massive trying to... Hey, but guess what? Once it's out there, it's out there. People don't learn. Once it's out there, it's out there. Yeah. It is what it is. Hey, I'll catch the Cackala interview with Oprah. What a freaking train wreck that was. Couldn't answer questions. 5 miles around, didn't get back to the answer, and then Oprah still trying to answer the questions for her afterwards. It's like, holy crap. And people are going to vote for this woman? Oh. Heaven help us. I posted up the other day. I said this election isn't about truth and facts or agendas. It isn't. It's a false popularity contest because people hate Donald Trump. That's it. That's it. Because she's running on a lot of Donald's policies. And her supporters don't seem to care. Like I said, if it's okay when she's presenting it, why wasn't it okay when Donald Trump? Well, because it's Donald Trump. There you go. There you go. I've said this too. Donald Trump talks right. He governs centrist. Everybody knows that. And every single ad out there from the Democrats, they're still running Trump's Project 2025. That's how it starts out, and then they throw this thing down. It's like, it's not Trump's. But they're allowed to keep running this. Kamala Harris has outspent him 20-1 on social media ads. 20-1. And they're still neck and neck in the polls. What's that tell you? Oh, that's terrible. No, that's actually great. She is outspending him, and she has every single media outlet in her pocket, and they're all pushing her lies, and she still can't pull ahead. Think about it. See, everybody's looking at the negative. No, that's a positive. That means there's more and more people that are not believing the bullshit. For me, it's not even it's the fact that they're allowed to do it and they keep doing it that just chaps my ass. I said, John, your ass is chapped. You need to give Diddy a call. Oh, I should make a meme about that. For a while, I need to switch it back to a burr in my saddle, not chaps my ass. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. You like my shirt? It's a new one. Picked it up this last month. I don't know if I've worn this on the show yet. It's I don't know what color it looks like to you, but it's blue. It's blue with some gold and some white. It's comfortable. It's a good fall and winter shirt. Mrs. like, I said the other day, yeah, it was pretty good. I just need to wear my long johns. My legs were a little cool. She's like, you need to order some long johns. I said, I got a couple pairs. She goes, I got to admit, some of my long johns are a bit holy. I think I got one or two pair that are still good. But they're expensive. Holy crap. Have you priced thermal underwear lately? Holy Toledo. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And then they're stupid. They don't make them right. Laurel says it shows up as black and white on my screen. Yeah, I'm looking here. It looks kind of black and white. Almost looks green sometimes. But yeah, it's blue. It's dark blue, medium blue. And then it has white and then some gold. Some gold. I don't know if you can see the gold. There's a gold. No, right. Yep, right here. Right. Let me go this way. Right there. There's a gold one. There's a gold stripe. I can see it on my side. I can see it here. It's there. Trust me. But yeah, man. Oh, back to sizing on long johns. Boy, this pisses me off. Judy says, I love that shirt. Looks black on my TV. Yeah, it looks black on my Streamlabs stuff. But it's not. No, it's blue and gray. It's not light blue. It's blue and gray. But you know how if you get them together, it'll almost like light blue. It's blue and gray. Blue and gray. Dark blue and gray. Yeah. It's a nice shirt. It's comfortable. But yeah, how they size it. How they size long johns. You never know what they're going to talk about on Whiskey Cowboy Live. Long john sizes. Now here you go. My jeans are 36 38s. 36 38s. So what you figure that is, what you have to do is you have to buy either for length of leg or the waist size. You can see the gold. Yeah, it's got a gold stripe every now and again, and it's checkered. But yeah, I think you can see it up in there right now. Some gold. So yeah, it's to get legs that are. Look, if I had to get legs that fit the length of my leg, I'd have to buy like a 62-inch waist. It's like people aren't built like that. Give them some length on their long johns. So if they fit my waist and they don't fall down, I'd just say I'm glad that I wear long socks. If I wore ankle socks, they wouldn't cover it. But I wear long socks. I wear, mid thighs. Mid thighs. No, that's pantyhose. John's with black ones with a seam down the back, and then got to be nice and straight. No, calf, mid calf. So they're not. I mean, they're not, like the super long ones that go damn near to your knee, but the mid calf. And they'll go over the bottom of the long johns. But yeah, it's just the sizes are weird. They're just weird. Other stuff they can't. Shirts. This is a 2 extra large. It's fitted in the shoulders. It can't get any better. This is the seam. Seams are usually supposed to be a little bit past your shoulder, but it's right on my shoulder. This is a 2 extra large, and the sleeves fit. And this is how they mostly do. They mostly fit as long as I'm not reaching out too far. They fit about right on the wrist. 1X ain't gonna cut it. Ain't gonna cut me in the chest and shoulders. 2X is just where it is. Sometimes I gotta get a 3X, but then the 3X has way too much room in the around the waist area. So I guess you get a 2X slim, or what they call it, long. 2X long. 2X slim. What do they call it? 2X. They call it long or slim. Judy's laughing. Hey, these are the problems I have to deal with. But I tell you, it's not as bad. It's not as bad. Again, I'm 6'4", 220-ish. A little more, a little less. I don't know. But tall. There, Laurel, tall, not slimmer. Thank you. Like I said, I'm tired. So you get like a 3X tall, which means they cut the bulk out of it. That's what I need. I need a 3X tall. But I can get by with a 2X regular. That's good. That's what I'm wearing now. It's fine. Anything smaller I can't. But when I was think about this, back when I was, let's say 29-inch waist at my height. Think about 29 28s or 29 38s. There's no such thing. Well, I guess you could probably find it, but Lord Almighty, you ain't gonna. It's gonna be a search. And my whole chest and everything. I'm a 52 chest. Yeah, string bean. Yeah, I was a thin guy. I was an elf. I was a woodland elf. Always been fit, always been strong, but I just couldn't gain the weight. I didn't start gaining the weight till I was past 30. Start gaining weight. And now I got no problem. I mean, I'm not fat, but I'm respectable. I can wear normal clothes. I can go into a store and buy normal clothes. My goodness, I couldn't do it. Even just a regular, there's no way that the shirts, they were always way too baggy on me. Just because my arms were too long and the necks were always too big. Now they're not. I got a normal size neck. My head grew too. I have some old hats. I can't wear them. My head grew. Everything. I filled out. I filled out okay. But yeah, I can at least buy clothes now. So I don't complain too much. What I don't like is if you buy it, and here you go, this always gets me. You look in a store and you go, man, this is way too fucking big. So you drop down to the size that looks like it's going to fit you. You take that home and you wash it once and you lost 4 inches everywhere. It's like, you son of a bitch. Gus says that's what we have to do for the son. You've seen him. He is skinny but tall. Yeah, he's a good bit taller than me. What he's got to be, don't tell me how tall he is again. He's what, 6'8", 6'9"? Easy. Am I in the ballpark there, Gus? 6'9"-ish. He's a tall feller. Skinny like I was when I was 20. Got to be hard getting clothes. Got to be hard. Hell, he's got to have a 6'11". Oh, I was close. 10, 11, an inch off. Yeah, he's my God, I'm trying to look at his waist. He's got to be like he can't be over a 30. Laurel says, how the hell do you have a son? He's got a rack in his basement. No, it's not that. 29, yeah. It's like it can't be over 30. That's where I was at 6'4" at 20. So 29-inch waist. That's slim. That's slim. And it's even more slim when you go up to 6'11". That's rough. Probably easier buying shirts than pants, but still then the shirts have way too much material in them. Yeah, he's a slim feller. Nice enough kid. He met the cowboy. How hot. And let's talk about shoes. Yeah, I wear 10s. I'm average. They're size proportion to my feet. I wore my burgundy boots. They're tight. They made my feet look small. I don't have small feet. It's like I think, I got small hands. I don't have small hands. I take a large or extra large glove. I don't have small hands. I thought the missus had big hands. It's like, yeah, she got big hands. I look at her hands, it's like, no. Look at her ring size, like, no. I think she's like a 6. So, 5 or 6 ring. It's like, no. He's 15. Yeah, that's a big shoe. I knew a guy with 15 triple E. They were like aircraft carriers. Holy crap. Yeah, those are big shoes. I got 10s. That's respectable. It's size proportionate for me. I could actually have a little bigger feet and it'd be fine, but they're not small. They're I wear a 10. Was it a D? E is extra wide, I think, and a D is wide or normal. I don't know. They got different things. It's a regular or a slightly wide, and I look at my feet and they don't look that, but when I try to buy a boot, if I get anything other than a hefty regular or a slightly wide, my feet don't fit. Those are the burgundy ones I wore the other day. They look nice, sharp boots, but toes get a little cramped in there, and I don't wear them enough to just, get them all worked out, but they were fancy enough. But, yeah, the missus keeps looking at the boots I wear every day. She's like, we got to get you another pair of boots. Laurel says my hubby 8.5. Yeah, 8.5. He probably wasn't that tall. What was it, about 5'7" to 5'9", somewhere around in there. .5 to 9 is about average for average size guys, average height guys. But, yeah, she's like, oh, we need to get you some because my boots look pretty rough. Well, I've been tromping through the woods all summer, through the muck and the mire and everything like it's like, no, baby. The soles are okay still. It's good. I just need to get these things cleaned. I need to clean them. I've got the stuff to clean them. I just haven't done it. Oh, he was 5'6". Yeah, 5'6" at 8.5. Yeah, he's right on track. Right on track. Gus says he wears a 9.5. Yeah, so a little bit smaller than me. But Gus is a good bit shorter than me, too. Your feet probably look big for your height. They're not big. But yeah, anywhere from 8.5, 9, 9.5. Yeah. I'm a 10. Depending on the boot. I can go bigger, but it depends upon the boot. That's another thing with boots, too. You got to try them on because different brands. If you know the brand and the particular style, the number, the serial number, you can just order that till eternity and you'll get it. It's always the same. But if you get off of that, it's like, maybe. I'm still waiting to be able to buy my $600 pair of boots. I don't buy a $600 pair of boots. I want to. 5'8.5". 5'8". That's roughly. I think my brother's that maybe an inch taller. I don't know. One of my brothers. Wayne says he wears a 9.5 wide military-made boot, boot, but civilian shoes is 10 to 10.5. Yeah, military for some reason they like to size small. So yeah, I'm about the same, 10 to 10.5, depending on the boot. I think I'm wearing Justin's now. I'd have to check. I can't see. I think they're Justin's. And these I can't get resold. Not technically. I got the ones with the nice treads and stuff like that. I bought them because I needed something that I could get out on the rocks and not slip around on. So I've got both. I've got the ones where they have the rubber soles on them over the leather, and then I've got these that are just all rubber, and they look fine. They don't look any different unless you look underneath it. He says, I'm actually still wearing my desert boots. I retired in 2008. Yeah, I don't have anything that I wore when I was in the service that I wear anymore. My son got me some desert boots. Got some desert boots. I do wear those. I don't wear them often. I don't like them. They don't get enough ankle support. So when I lace them up, it goes weird on my ankles. So I have to wear them a little bit loose. Nah. So I don't wear them very often. But they're there. And I think those were 10s. Those are either 10 or 10 and a half in military size. So I don't know. And they fit. They're fine. Like I said, I just don't like that. They don't have, no, the uppers are too loose. They don't offer support. They don't offer support. My old jungle boots, boy, they offered more support than the desert boots do. Wayne, do you have the old jumper boots, the jungle boots? Got the green uppers on them. That cloth uppers on the jungle boots was way stouter than the uppers on the desert boots. They'd actually give you a little bit of ankle support. Desert boots ain't shit. It's like, what the hell? I walk along and I roll the ankle a lot. That's wrong. They need to fix that. needs to fix that. But yeah, long johns. Man. How much are those long johns? You guys long john wearers? I say long johns. Sometimes they get long johns depending upon what they want. It's the whole jumper, the shirt and the bottom together. Nah, when I grew up, long johns were just anything that was thermal underwear, just from the waist down, and the top is, we called it a long john top and long john bottoms. I like tops and bottoms because, again, I'm a tall guy. You get one thing, you're going to get wedgies or no. Laurel says same here. Yeah, we just call them long johns. And you had the long john bottoms and long john tops. Gus says, in my early 20s, I got a pair of surplus ones. I had them for about 5 years. Surplus. Which surplus? Are you talking about like they were brownish green and they were fuzzy on the inside? Those were polypropylene. Oh man, I loved my polypropylene long john bottoms. Oh, we came with the shirts too. I got in on that when they started issuing that shit in the military. Love those polypropylene long johns. Judy says, I love long johns. Yeah, long johns are great. Come on now. Oh, that's why it's not coming up. It's like a bunch of kayaks on here now. Long johns. Laurel says, as a female, you sure don't want a one piece when you're fully dressed. Yeah, unless they got the flap on them. But even the flap isn't handy for the females. It isn't handy. Yeah, this is $18 a pair of these thermals. Thermojohns. $14.88. Oh, this is shirt and pants. Yeah, and that's another thing, too. Shirt and pants. They think everybody's tops and bottoms are going to be the same damn size. Are you kidding me? That's another. I have to buy two separate. I can't buy them together. I got to buy my tops separate because, again, I wear a 2 extra large or bigger for long sleeves. Or it's not going to fit me. It won't fit me in the chest and it won't fit me in the shoulders and the arms. So I can't buy them in pairs. I got to get the bottoms. This is $18.99 a pair for the bottoms. Let's see here, $16.99. Waffle thermals. And they're getting smaller. They're thinner. I've a lot of reading their reviews on there. They're getting thinner. than what they used to be. I don't mind so much thin. What keeps you warm is the trapped air layers. So it doesn't have to be super thick. It just needs to give you another layer. But yeah, expensive. The stuff is expensive. $24.99, $26.99, $26.99, $19.99. You go under. You get in the 14s, $10. They're pieces of shit. They're made in Indonesia. Good luck if getting the sizes right. So let's look at Fruit of the Loom, $18.99. Yeah, $18.99. It's damn near $20 for a pair of pants, leggings. Then there's flannel line jeans. Yeah, you can do that. I prefer the layers because I also don't like clothing that I can just wear, outer clothing that I can just wear in the winter. So I like to throw on some long johns. And it's always weird. Hey, Peggy, she says, hey there, I got caught up in Chef's Falcons game. So be divided. Oh, well, thanks for showing up anyways. We appreciate it. Now, you long john folks, isn't it weird the first day, after winter, the first day that you can go without long johns? Doesn't it feel weird? Laurel says, I don't like the bulk with the line jeans. Yeah. In most of all my long, I don't have big legs. I got runner's legs, but almost all the long johns just fit really tight on it. So it's not a lot of bulk. It's weird. It's weird. It's like, John, you ain't got big legs. Well, I guess it's by visual. If you measured around, they're not small. They're just long, so it looks smaller than it is, but whatever. I'm like, John, you're getting personal there. But, yeah, doesn't it feel weird? Your first day in the spring where you just go, I don't have to wear my long johns today. And you usually wear it longer than you need to. You wear it longer than you need to. Laura says, I'm dreading the day when I have to put the jeans back on. I wear long shorts and capris all summer. I wear jeans all year round. Gus says, I wear snow pants when I need to. Yeah, I got some nice, I don't have snow pants. I got the bib, the overall ones. I got a pair of those. The clips busted on one top, but it works. You don't mess with it. You just click it in there. It's broken on one side, but it works. It's like, John, get yourself some nice brand new overalls, winter overalls. Boy, Farmer Supply's got some nice work winter overalls. Like, oh, those look nice. But the ones I got are more for like skiing, so they're really lightweight. I like them. They're lightweight, and they're black. They make me look slim. And then I got several jackets. I got my extreme cold weather, and that's a North Face. Super light. Kind of a orange color. Love that jacket. Nice and warm, but super light. Only wear that on the super, super cold days. And then I've got like a couple standard winter jackets. And then I got my slick. Laurel says I have Canhart's coveralls for the wicked winter days with wind. Canhart. Are those they sell those at are those like brown? Usually black or brown, and they almost like duck cloth outside material. Is that what they are? Versus ski pants. We all know what ski pants are. Let's see here. Yeah, you get them at Tractor Supply. Yeah, those are when I told you. Every time I go in there, I'm like, oh boy, I'd like to have some. But they're hefty. They're good for farm work and stuff like that. I got mine because I basically wear them when I'm out shoveling, so I don't need them. But yeah, those are nice. Those are nice. I still drool over. I can't make myself get them. The missus will tell you I don't like spending money. It's like, no, I gotta. It's like, oh, every time I pass them, oh, those look nice. I touch them. Ooh. I did get a Tractor Supply hat ball cap the other day because I wanted another just in the yard hat. I get tired of the same. I got 3 hats that I wear, ball caps. Said they were great when feeding cows, no wind up your back. Right. I said they're great farm winter coveralls. They're great stuff. They are great. I just can't justify them. But I got 3 ball caps that I wear when I'm working. I got my New England Patriots cap. It's khaki with the embroidered New England's Patriot logo on it. I got my New Hampshire cap. Again, khaki with embroidered NH on it. And now I have my OD green, my green Tractor Supply Company ball cap that's Tractor Supply Company embroidered on it. She says, too warm for shoveling snow. Yeah, well, my ski pants get too warm too, but they're light, so they're moving around. I usually start out, I got my jacket on and I got my coveralls on, and they're the ski kind. And being out there about 20 minutes, I end up taking off the jacket. And I'm out there with like a sweatshirt and my coveralls. Yeah. Wayne says my winter snow shoveling outfit is a pair of World War II tanker overalls and a tanker jacket. If it gets too cold, I put the World War II alpaca-lined parka. Yeah, that'll work too. Yep. And he says if it gets even colder, I break out the damn flamethrower. You put the flamethrower on and you flamethrow your driveway and your sidewalks. Laura says that works. It does work. But yeah. Oh, Tractor Supply Shop. That place, that's... Oh. I go through and it's like, oh, I'd like this. I got no purpose for it. But I like it. They got everything. Like, oh, it's my Home Depot for the farm. And I don't have a farm. I just got chickens. Wayne says if it gets colder than that, I have one of the heavy fur-collared Russian camo coats. Yeah. When I was growing up as a kid, I didn't have that, but it reminded me. Had a green. It almost looked like an Arctic Explorer jacket, and it had the hood on it that came up, and when it zipped up, it was like a snorkel in the front with just a little bit of a fringe of hair around the outside edge. Oh boy, well, they used to give me shit at school, but I tell you what. You know, you weren't cold. Gus says, when I clear snow, I turn the heater switch. Yeah. He drives his tractor. Tractor. Wayne says it's the Arctic MA1 fighter jacket. Yeah. Is that what it's called? The green ones with the snorkel. They're warm as hell. they're warm as hell. They keep your face warm and everything like that. And that's they're great. And it's the damn end of the jacket's like 5 inches from the end of your face. You have the black one. Yeah, I had green growing up. So like 5 inches away from your face is stuck inside. You got no peripheral vision. It's not like the ones where they have it right. It's out away from your face. Tunnel vision. Yeah, you can only look straight ahead. You got no peripheral vision. You got to turn your head. And in fact, if you turn your head, you normally you're still inside the hood. So you got to turn your body. You turn your body to see where you're going. Like a freaking submarine periscope with fur around the edge. Warm jackets, though, I tell you. Judy says Oklahoma wind don't play in the winter. No, it doesn't. And I went through basic training in the winter in Oklahoma as well. I tell you, oh boy, that was nippy there at Sill with the winds blowing. Oh, Now, winters aren't always bad in Oklahoma, but when they're cold, they're fucking cold, and that wind is something else. Wow. It's bad. It is bad. Wayne says he has a pair of World War II shoe packs, too. Shoe packs. What the hell? What do you mean, shoe packs? World War II shoe packs. What does that mean? What you talking about, Willis? Are they shoe heaters? Or 2 shoe packs. Oh, I'm getting boots. Duck boots. I was going to say they look like duck boots to me. I was about to say that. They look like duck boots. Yeah, they're World War II and Korea War era. Duck boots. Yeah, duck boots are pretty cool. I think my winter boots, they're not duck boots now, but I got a new pair of boots. I did. I was wearing, how about this? Hey, Wayne, remember when they started allowing soldiers to buy their boots? And you could buy, and they started issuing Gore-Tex, black Gore-Tex boots. Remember those? Do they still have those black Gore-Tex boots in the Army? The pair that I had leaving, I wore up until last winter, and the missus made me buy Matterhorns. Yes, they were my Gore-Tex Matterhorns, black. I wore them. I'll tell you, go, damn, son, throw those fuckers away. I wore them up until last winter when the missus made me buy a new pair of winter boots because the treads had finally about done out of them. It's like, hey, the rest of the boot is still working well. That tells you John doesn't like to buy shit unless I have to buy shit. The newer ones were called Air Force ones. Yeah, I had the original Matterhorn Gore-Tex. Again, same ones that I was issued back in, oh, hell, that had to have been what? 90? When did they come out? 89, 90? Somewhere around that time. Yeah. So I had them for over 30 years. I've been wearing the same fucking pair of boots every winter. Yeah, 89, 90. Yeah, that's why I said it's got to be 89 or 90 when they were issued. Somewhere around in there. Wasn't before that because we just had standard. I had a pair of just standard blacks. Then I went to the airborne blacks, and then I had a couple pair of and I bought that jungle boots, and tanker boots looked like airborne boots except for they had a zipper up the side, and I didn't have tanker boots. But then they came out with the Gore-Tex, the Matterhorns. Good boots. I said I used them for over 30 years. Last year was the last winter. Wayne says he currently has a pair of Bellevue Matterhorns in tan suede that were issued as cold weather boots right before I retired. Bellevue, whatever. Y'all read that for yourself. It's tired. I butcher shit when I'm awake and I'm tired. I get through eating dinner and I'm sitting in the recliner, and the missus looks over at me and she goes, "I'm so sorry you're so tired." No, thank you, but yeah, if I look tired, I'm pretty tired. I'm pretty beat. But yeah, Matterhorn's good boots, and those ones that I was issued way back then, they were till last winter. And she's like, "No, you're getting a new pair of boots." Okay. Gus says he's calling in tonight. We have a few things to do before we check the holes. Before he checks the holes. Okay, good night, everyone. Have a great start to your week. Yeah, you're early. Hey, get some sleep there, Gus. Get some sleep for me. Last night I didn't get to sleep until about 1. It was just after 1. I turned off the TV. I just couldn't sleep. One of the other nights I turned it off about 11. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get some sleep now. Lay there for 45 minutes, ain't happening. Turn the TV back on, watch another hour. It's like, oh. It's like crazy. Hey, Gus, I'll make an appointment to stop over this week with some eggs. Got to drop off some eggs at the in-laws, too. So get you some eggs. They ain't as clean in this go-around. The girls have been laying them everywhere. They were clean when they lay them in the damn coop. They've been laying them all over the place. It's like, what the hell? So they're dirty eggs. But anybody who's had chickens know you get dirty eggs. Dirty eggs. And you leave them dirty. Just brush off whatever. But just leave it dirty. Wash them before you use them. Other than that, leave them dirty. Grandkids came over, saw the chickens. It was 4 of them. 4 of them running in the coop. It's like, no, just don't do it. Just no. Don't chase the chickens. Just stand still. They'll come to you. And they're kids. I think they're it's like 10 to 2 or 2 to 10 in ages. It's like, oh. Gus says, hit the button before you leave. Oh, hit the like button before you leave. Never say no to eggs. Yeah, never say no to eggs. Thank you, Gus. Yes, hit the like button before you leave the show. Yeah, so the girls weren't too happy. They were happy when I got the kids out of the coop. And I said, no, come out here. I'll show you. These are nice. I said, get some grass. And they try to get just lawn grass. No, not that. Come get this, sour grass and dandelion greens and stuff like that. Laura says, already hit the like button. Don't hit it. If you hit it again, hit it 2 more times. Yeah, because if you hit the like button again, it'll turn it off. So you got to hit it at least 3 times to keep it on. Yeah, so I got the kids out, shut the door, gave them all the big thick grass stuff, and said, here, and just stick it in there. And then they just let the girls grab the whole thing and take it. It's like, no, hold on to it tight. Let them nip at it. Let them nip at it. So then they were all having a good time. The gals settled down. The gals were not liking it. It's like, there's people that don't chase the chickens. Kids. It's okay. I set up the axe game. You got those axe games, that's got you throw the little axes. They're little axes, and they're double-sided and got a wedge in the middle, empty spot. And they go in the things with the plastic fingers out. You know what I'm talking about. So kids had a fun time with that. Wayne said I sent you a photo of a pair of boots on Facebook. Let's see what we got here. Okay. You're wearing the boots. There he is. Is that you, Wayne? With those Navy fellers? Those Navy fellers. They're wearing whites. It says World War II cavalry boots. Yes, that's me. Yeah. Wayne does the... you should see the video. Oh, my nose is starting to itch. That's good. I got him 3/4 of the show. Wayne does that World War II demonstration stuff. I don't. I do the stuff. I look like a cowboy anywhere from Early. I don't know. I guess people have looked and dressed like me since 1920s or 1930s, I guess, as standard. Ain't nothing changed. You couldn't look at me and tell the decade. It's as long as it's fairly modern. It's still the same. I was country when country wasn't cool. What, country wasn't cool? I guess not. I guess not. Again, tonight's coffee is butter pecan. Pecan. It's not pecan. I've said it both ways. Pecan's wrong. Pecan is right. You say, how do you know? Well, it comes from a native word. It's a Native American word. And how they pronounce it is pecan. So, there it is. New England brand coffee, though. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Mrs. has been making tarts. Boy, that's good stuff. Judy says, I knew you were going to say that. Yeah, I've said it before. I said it before. I'm trying to educate people. You can call it what you want. It's pecans. So, John's going to say, the house I owned down in Oklahoma was directly across from a pecan orchard. And I had 2 pecan trees. I had pecan brownies, pecan cookies, pecan pie. I tell you, lawnmower will throw those pecans pretty good. Got to watch out. It's like, yeah, we've heard this before. Well, there might be other people that haven't heard this. Oh, Oklahoma, yes, Frederick, little town on the red. Just north of Texas. It's like, oh, yeah. I didn't think you looked like a New Hampshire feller. No. But I raised my kids here. I've been up here a good many years. Good many years. Oh, let me tell you about my store adventure. I was at the store the other day. Said, this is the way John is. This is the way John is. I'm walking through the store, right? It was a young feller. He's 30, 35. And he's walking down the aisle, and he's wearing a black T-shirt. His back's to me. Big fucking white tag sticking out the top of the T-shirt. Wouldn't it, if it was a white T-shirt, you'd still notice it, but not quite like it. It was a black T-shirt with a white tag. So I'm like, So I walk up to him. And he's looking at beer, and I kind of slid in next to him. I said, hey, this is going to sound weird. I said, but your tag's up. He looks at me and says, the back of your T-shirt. It's like, oh, I said, look, it would piss me the fuck off if I was walking around all damn day at a store with a T-shirt on with a tag sticking out and nobody fucking told me that the tag was sticking out, because that shit annoys the hell out of me. So I told him, your tag's sticking. He thanked me, but most people wouldn't do that. Well, the Cowboy does that. Because, again, I know. That's like having a booger. Imagine having a booger. You've been walking around all fucking day. And then you realize you had a booger and you're like, I've seen 17 fucking people talking to me to my face all damn day. And ain't one person had enough kindness to tell me I had a booger sticking out. See? I'm a kind guy. I would tell somebody and go, dude, you got a booger. The same way with tags. You got a freaking tag out the top of your, out the back of your shirt. It's just annoying. I think they did that on purpose. They could have put the tags on the bottom, but the tags on the bottom's not a problem. No, they're going to put it right up on the collar where it just, you know what kind of tarts? We did fruit tarts and mixed berries. I had to start with strawberries, almost like I'm making a strawberry shortcake topping. And then when I get the strawberries cut up to the size that I want and enough sugar in it, then I throw in the blueberries and raspberries and blackberries, and I throw them all in and mix them all in. And then we put that on the top. Her tart filling doesn't have, they do have tart fillings with cream cheese in them. Hers didn't. It's all the same. See, I like the taste of cream cheese, But the ratio is wrong. Tarts are right because they're just this thick. Just this thick. So, yeah. Tarts. Love a good tart. So, yeah. We do the graham cracker crust. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But, yeah. Now, what do you think about that? What do you think about the tags and stuff? Would you tell somebody that their tag was up? Or would you just let them walk around? None of my business. Well, you know everybody's going to look at them, and they're going to go, that guy's tag's out. If it was your kid or your spouse, you'd tuck that shit in for them. Peggy says, my daughter always says, XYZ, check your zipper, yeah. See if the bat's in the cave, yeah. Yeah, zippers, I'd let people know their zipper's down too. But a tag, it's like, man, it's just out there in the open. Everybody let you walk around like that? Boy. I've done that shit. You know, you wear your clothes and one collar's in and one collar's out. You know what I mean? If you've got like a vest or something and one collar's out and one collar's in and you can't see it because you're not looking at yourself. You get home and you go, oh, motherfuck. I look stupid. I look like an idiot out there. Nobody told me my collars were messed up. Well, that's not nice. It's like, let your fellow man know. Let your fellow man know. Sent you the video that photo was taken from. All right. I'll go ahead and I'll look at it tomorrow. Didn't even flinch. Oh, they doing the rifle drills around you. Laurel says, check yourself before leaving the house. I usually do. I usually do. But sometimes, just sometimes I don't. But I normally do. Because, again, that's a military thing for me. I always check myself. But sometimes I don't. So it's very rare that I'm not squared away. My gig line is squared away to this day. You will not see me without a straight gig line. Wayne says that was taken at the Dayton Air Show last year. Well, good. I'll take a look at it tomorrow. I will take a look at it. Haynes started ink printing the tag on the... Yeah, I like those. That's a good idea. Just print them. If you're going to put a tag, put it on the bottom. Some do. I've had some shirts that do. Except for this. The tag is annoying on the bottom if you're going to tuck it in and it's against skin. And I almost always tuck in my shirt anyways. More so because it's a buffer between my sidearm and my skin. So I like the t-shirt between them. So you just tuck that in. But whatever. Yeah, print that shit. Or I'll just rip the hell off the tag. It's just, you mother, it's gone. But yeah, gig line. Wayne, don't say anything. What's your gig line? Does anybody out there know what a gig line is? Check your gig line. My gig line is always, if it's not, it just annoys the shit out of me. That's another thing. It just annoys the hell out of me. Laurel says Fort Knox is doing training for 2 weeks. I live far enough away so it's not bothersome, but we get to hear the big boomers. Love it. Big booms, yeah. So what's your gig line? I'll wait. 5, 4. Gig line is lining up your buttons, a zipper, or your breeches. That's right. That's your gig line. Yep. The seams for your buttons and your fly got to be lined up. And my belt had better be centered because that bugs the shit out of me too. Oh man, it just really annoys the hell out of me. Belt's a half an inch to the right. No, that shit's going to be slid. It's got to be right. So again, if I leave the house and I'm not squared away, I was rushing. Oh, the Russians. Russians. No, rushing. I was rushing. I was in a hurry. I was moving quite fastidiously. But yeah, my gig line is always straight. My belt is always centered. My collars are always equal. They're either in or they're out. And here you go, in or out. Mine's almost always out, but I like it when there's buttons on the collar, because then it's done. It ain't going nowhere. Nothing worse than a lopsided cowboy, says Judy. Yeah, it just annoys the hell out of me. Says, actually, the belt is lined up to one edge. No, that's a military. Not my... I wear a fucking big oval cowboy buckle. You don't line that up to the edge. No. No, I switched to civilian mode. I don't wear my uniforms. No. Yes, Wayne is correct. The belt is the edge of the buckle is lined up on one edge. Yeah. But no, I'm talking about civilian. I wear an oval buckle. You know, it's not the silver dollar, it's not the big plate ones, but it's the standard ovals. You can't line that. It's got to be centered. My belt's got to be centered. Laurel says my husband always wore button-down collars. He hated not having them. Yeah, if they're not starched or they don't have... I don't mind it when, they got the little plastic thing in it to keep it... Yeah, those are fine. I prefer button-downs. I've got both. I prefer button-downs. Right, and Wayne says it's kind of hard to line up a big-ass belt buckle. Right, yeah, you can't... If you line up my belt buckle to either end of the seams, it's going to be like way on one freaking side. No, so it's just I know where the center of the buckle is, and it's just centered. But yeah. If I'm wearing a roller, okay, that's a standard. I call them rollers. It's a standard D or a C, and it's got a roller on the edge, and then it's got the tang that comes out and it sticks in the hole. That's lined up. The edge of that's lined up to your seam. But I think I have one buckle like that, but normally I wear the oval Western with a tooth in it. That's what I wear. And I wear my sidearm at about 3 to 3.5 when I'm sitting and normal. If I'm out walking for any amount of time, I usually let it bring back about 4 o'clock. And I wear it outside the waistband. It's easy to move. You get in the car, you're sitting down, you move it forward. Like right now, I'm at 3. I'm sitting here in the chair and it's at 3. Get out and walk around, shove it back to 3:30, 4 o'clock. Kind of hard to do when it's in the waistband. Plus, I don't have to buy different size. I've talked about this. I don't have to buy different size clothes. And when I wear my vest, it's tucked between the sidearm and the vest. The same thing with I've got stuff on my other side too, and that stays the same. So, yeah, it all works out. It works out. Like, damn, talking about all sorts of shit. Buckles, and talked about clothing sizes. Yeah, Gus's kid he's a big, tall feller. 6'11". I think it was about 6'9", 10. That's a 6'11's close. Tall guy. Thin. Guess he got a kick out of seeing the cowboy. Like he'd heard about the cowboy. He's a cowboy. Kids still get a kick out of me in the grocery store, too. It's like, Mommy, it's a cowboy. Yes. Yes, it is. How you doing there, young feller? Little gal. Oh. Yep. Oh, goodness. What else we got going? We got about 10 more minutes before the top of the hour. Hey, has Donna been hiding? I don't think I remember seeing her name pop up. She hiding in the weeds? I asked the missus today, hey, what shirt you want? You want the new shirt? Or do you want the, I got one sort of like this. You've seen it. It's same basic pattern. I got a lot like this. But it's all light colors. It's tans and stuff. So you want the dark shirt, you want the new shirt, and you want the light shirt. She's like, I'll go new shirt. It's like, okay. I wore the new shirt. Wore the new shirt. And I'm glad that folks appreciate it. To keep her, I don't have to burn it. Yeah, and this has got a button-down collar, too. I like the button-downs. Keeps it where it needs to be. Keeps it where it needs to be. Hope you didn't mind me wearing my long sleeves tee the other night. I just didn't feel like getting out of my casuals. But yeah, let me look in here. Did I miss anything on here? Oh, wrote up a short little article about the history. That's very short. I skipped a lot of shit. Electrical vehicles. Yeah, the first one was made in Scotland and in the 1830s. Electric vehicles ain't nothing new. And the reason why they didn't dominate is the same reason why every 20 to 30 years since about 1920 that they keep trying it and it never went anywhere. They're the same damn reasons. Technology itself is not going to get them out of this mess until they fix a couple things. You've got to extend the range. You've got to shorten charge time or ease of switching out batteries. And you've got to have an infrastructure that'll support it. Until you have those three things out of the way, let's set aside the car is fucking burning. Those main three things, and until you get that, I bet the first ones didn't blow up. Yeah, the first ones they couldn't even recharge. They weren't rechargeable batteries. So back then they had the battery capabilities, but it was one charge. That was it. And once it's done, it's done. It was let me see when they rechargeable batteries came in 1859. They started making them. So it made the idea of recharging and cars more viable. But they were running trains, electric trains, and that's still viable. It's still done today. Trolleys are just electric trains. Judy says, I saw that they say an electric pickup the other day, and it was hideous. Oh, you're talking about that door wedge? Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Wayne said you'd think they'd make some kind of dynamo alternator that could recharge the battery as you drive. Yeah, you'd think. But no. Hydrogen is the way to go. Why they haven't kept working on it, and they have them. It's about the most fuel efficient system out there. Hydrogen. Just get hydrogen cars. Your byproduct is water. Yeah. But yeah, electric, it's an old technology. Everybody think, it's not. It's old technology. It's old technology. And there's a reason, again, that it hasn't worked. She says, yes, it was the ugliest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, I've seen one they went and they put a high buff on it. It's like, yeah, well, at least it's pretty. It's not brushed stainless steel. Sorry about that. Musk took the idea of the DeLorean, the brushed stainless, and he's going to make his doorstop trucks. Damn. No, stop. Oh, hideous. Absolutely hideous. But yeah, they've been making them about every 20 to 30 years. They come out since about 1920. They work good for golf carts. They work good for toys. They work good for limited use. But for the average person, they're just not viable. For the same reasons they weren't viable in 1900. And like I pointed out, by 1900, they made up a third. They made up a third of all cars owned by people in the United States. A third. That's a good chunk. And in the last 2 years, it was 99 and 1899 and 1900, the experts are estimating that they actually outsold internal combustion engines. Hey, Adam. Adam Solomon, if you're watching the show, type up in the show. He's trying to get in the Zoom room. We got 5 more minutes to the show, and he wants to get in the Zoom room. Let's see here. Let's view. I'm going to just view. View is yeah, I don't know what he's got on his picture. But Adam, yeah, if you want to talk in the Zoom room, type up there in the show. Generally don't let people who haven't been active participants in the show jump in the Zoom room. Not very smart thing to do. But yeah, taking the DeLorean view on that truck. That's ugly. Yeah. Kind of makes the Aztec. Is it Chevy? Who made the Aztec? God, that's a god-awful, ugly one. Laurel says, when I'm road tripping, I want to get in one day. It takes 10 hours to get to my sister's in a tank of fuel. Pontiac Macy Aztec says, thank you. Those are some god-awful, ugly vehicles. You got them, and then the Cube. The Cube, I hate things that are not proportionate in the back. So their backside has like a big window on one side and a little window on the other. That just annoys the shit out of me. Ugly ass little box toasters, toaster cars. But the Aztec, yeah, the new electric truck makes a Pontiac Aztec look downright attractive. Laurel says, I hate those too. Yeah, they just annoy that they're not symmetrical. Make it damn symmetrical. I mean, they're ugly vehicles to begin with. They're straight, damn straight windshield, damn straight bumper in the front, damn back, and they're like toasters on. Are those the ones they use the hamsters to advertise? Use the hamsters on those things. God, they're ugly. And the back is like just even it out. Stop it. That's no. Smart cars look better than that shit. Laurel says, I was just thinking that. Yeah. Wayne says, smart cars. Bad thing is trying to harness the squirrels to treadmill. Yeah, smart cars are better than those damn, they call it the box. It's like, no, stop. Oh, my goodness. And I've seen, look, I'll be the first to admit, if you live in a big city, and all you're going to do is maybe some grocery shopping, and you and one other person go drive around, I got no problem with smart cars and that type of technology. That's fine. It's a good city-sized car. Aside from that, oh my goodness, hit a squirrel and you total them. Yeah, well. Still safer than a motorcycle. I keep saying that too. Big bad bikers. Man, a pissed off grandmother in a smart car can wipe out half of the Hells Angels. It's like, dude, that bike, it doesn't give you superpowers. You're still on a bicycle. Stop it. Goodness. And she's going to be bouncing off people. Get yourself a truck, and you're just going to keep going. The Cube, there we go, the Cube. Isn't that the one that has the windows? Yeah, it wraps around one side and across the back, except for one little corner. It's like, oh, what a stupid-ass idea. That's enough. You don't even have to have OCD. You're gonna get it after you follow one of them fuckers. It's like, what the hell are you thinking? Road rage? I feel like kicking their ass just seeing them in front of me. I don't know what the hell they're thinking. They're stupid. What a stupid-ass design. Who the hell makes them? Somebody like from Korea or something like that? Who makes the Cube? That's some stupid-ass car box thing. I don't know what the hell it is. That's not even right. Man, they just annoy me. I see them and it's like, And you got to look to see who's driving that fucker. Tell me you don't. Whenever you see one of those, you just got to see who's driving. You will speed up just to see who's driving it. Who is the retard that's going to buy this piece of shit? Those are worse than ugly. Yeah, I don't know. Nissan makes them. Thank you, Wayne. Nissan. They are some god awful. I don't know. Them in the electric truck thing that I don't know. What the hell? I think they're just trying to turn everybody crazy. They're going to try World War III. It's going to like the zombie apocalypse, except for it's road rage from stupidity. Oh, no. But tell me when you see a cube that you don't either speed up or slow down, just so you can see who the fuck is driving that thing. There's cars like that out there. I'm trying to think of others. There's other cars. You just got to slow down or speed up. And I got to see who's driving this. Peggy says both my grandson had a Toyota SB2. They were the few cars that had the manual transmissions, which I insisted on since helping them buy them. Judy says it's just not normal. Wayne says Nissan designer. How can we set off people's OCD without trying? Yeah, it's like, oh man, you don't even have to have it. You didn't know it. You're genetically coded with it, and the cube will bring it out. It will bring it out. It's worse than, you know what I hate too? I hate seeing like a off-road truck and the back tire isn't centered. I don't mind if it isn't centered if there's something on the other side to you know, like if they got fuel cans or something like that. But if that tire isn't in the center, boy, that shit just annoys the hell out of me. So that's, maybe the cube designer saw that and said, you know what? You know, we know that offsetting your spare tire on your rack, on your 4x4, just annoys the shit out of people. We're going to make a car. We're going to hold my beer. Hold my beer. And they came up with the cube. Boy, they need their ass whooped. They do. That's terrible. Man, that's like those, the guy that invented waterboarding designed the cube. And what he does is you put the other feller in the seat next to you and you drive behind a cube for an hour. No, I'll tell you whatever you need to know. Oh, Peggy says my grandsons have since moved, but they know how to drive a manual transmission. Yeah, that's good. Manual transmission is good. The only vehicle an offset spare looked right on is a World War II Willys Jeep. Yeah, I'd go with that. But yeah, I'm talking about modern shit. You know, you center that shit. Or, like I said, I don't mind. You got an overland rig and that's fine. You got an offset tire. If you've got like fuel cans, jerry cans on one other side or something, you know, to just even it out visually. Other than that, it just annoys the hell out of me. I feel like ripping it off and throwing it in the bed of their truck. John's out there with his tire iron and he's taking their tire. No, I'm not stealing it, motherfucker. I'm putting it in the bed of your truck because you ain't got enough sense to center that shit. Yeah, something else to make it look visually symmetrical. Yeah. It just annoys the shit out of me. Oh. And there's another vehicle out there it annoys me, but not so much. Because everything's about proportions. Remember the Jeep... what the hell is a Jeep? Jeep, whatever. Begins with an S. It's the first... Now they have the Jeep Gladiator, and it's got the bed on it, but it was way before then. And it had a bed in the back. It was a little bit longer. So the wheelbase was nice. It was great for for four-wheel driving. The Jeep Scrambler. There we go. The Jeep Scrambler. Now the Jeep Scrambler's longer than the Jeep Scrambler. It's longer than a normal Jeep, and it's a way predecessor before the new I just said what the hell it was, but the new Jeep with a damn bed on it. But yeah, so the Scrambler was an awesome Jeep. But if you put a spare tire on the back end of a Scrambler, it looks too long. Yeah, the Gladiator's a new one. Thank you, Wayne. Yeah, you put a spare tire off the tailgate of a Scrambler, it's just because there's nothing visually between the tailgate and the back of the Jeep. So it just looks like it's sticking out too far. So like with a Scrambler, I like the spare tire in the bed or on a rack that's over the bed. But yeah, that's the only one that even if you put it on the back centered, it just looks long. Looks like you got a big club on the back and you're just swinging around. Yeah. Jeep Scrambler. That what's worse is the Range Rovers that mount the tire on the side. Oh yeah, and they have, you're talking about the side. Oh, yeah, on the actual side. And then there's certain car brands, and I even think that some might be some Range Rovers. They've got it built into the door where you can see the outline of the tire in the back door area. There's a few SUVs that do that too, and that's just annoying. It's just annoying. Stop it. They need to stop doing it. Stop it. It's not right. It's not visually centered like the old Continentals. Now you're talking on the side. Now, I don't mind when they put the tire on the hood. No, that's okay. That's okay. Let's see here. Oh, no, I don't want videos. There we go. Yeah. The Continentals had it and a bunch of other ones had it in the back, but that's more of a case that went around it. I had the spare tire in the trunk lid. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. But yeah. No. Stop it. That's not right. I'm looking at different Continentals here. Yeah, some of them had it. But yeah, oh my goodness, we're after the hour here. So we went all around the place. We went around the mountains. I got to make a note to myself, restart my system because it needs an update. It says, hey, you want to update it? And I'm not updating my system 5 minutes before the show. That's not right. Something goes wrong, I'm up the creek without a paddle. But all right. Hey, thank you all for joining the show. Putting up with me again. Got my rants, tell you my woes. Next show, Wednesday. Same place, same time. I will see you bright and early up on Facebook. I'll be putting out more content. Again, those who have the wherewithal and would like to help contribute to the show and all content elsewhere, there's a link inside the description. Go ahead and knock yourself out. Laurel says, good night, everybody. I hope you all have a good week. Yes, it better be better than last week. Last week sucked. Peggy says, good night, all y'all. Good night, all. Thank you, John. You're welcome, Peggy. Thank you for joining the show. Hope your team won. Whatever your team is. I'm not a sports guy. Drew says, good night, y'all. Keep your hat up. Cowboy, I'll keep something up. Have a good week, everyone. You too, Mr. Wayne. I'm Batman. And again, thank you all for the show. If I forgot any names. The Chiefs? Well, okay. Hope your Chiefs won. Racist name. No. That's Kansas City, I believe. But, yeah. I will see you tomorrow online on Facebook. Check out my stuff. Again, if you only get a couple bits of content, make sure you go to the page directly because you're missing a lot of stuff. And with that, I'm going to close it down. God bless and take care.